So I didn't make a video yesterday because I didn't have anything new to show. Because this device can be a little tricky. It's the Fast and the Furious of digital pets. Actually, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't remember Fast and the Furious, but it is fast, so that was my logic there. We did get someone new today, though. We've got ourselves Mammon, or Skull Mammon, I believe. They were acquired via Jogression. You will see in the video clip I'm currently showing that when they evolved, I did my best to get them to evolve into a different Digimon. I followed this other guy that I found, and they still evolved into 8mon. But I did find that you could Jogress 8mon with a vaccine-type Digimon, and then they would turn into Were-Garurumon. And then from there, it was just good care to get Skull Mammon. I love that so much when Jogresses then aren't just the end of the line or require more Jogresses to evolve. I love it whenever you Jogress a Digimon, and then it's like, okay, now take good care of me, papa. It's my favorite thing, right at this very moment. It is anyway. Yeah, let's get that cleaned up. What a happy elephant. I wish I could say I'm a happy digital pet boy, but I just had to clean up elephant poop. I will recover, though. So anyway, we got Skull Mammon just by taking good care of them, and now from here we can apparently Jogress them again to get back on the Garurumon line. And you may ask, how are we going to Jogress, Kakujo? You don't have another Pendulum Cycle. Well, you may recall that I have an Arduino, which was converted into an ACOM, which was sent by the very generous Vince Valorn, and it totally exists. Okay, here's even a picture of it to prove it exists. I just can't move it from the spot it's on my desk because it's adhesive on. It was either that or the thing kept falling off constantly. Before we Jogress them, though, I just want you to see what they look like eating, because I just love the way in this device the Digimon just kind of look at them. Oh boy, bread. I just love it. They come over bouncing. I don't remember the last time I ate something that just had me bouncing over to it, but I look forward to having that day again. The right number of stakes to get Skull Mammon to bust through a wall is 28. When we had Were-Garurumon, it was 18 or 19, which was amazing. It was just great. You have no idea how fun this device is, but also how frustrating it can be when you're trying to do literally anything. Okay, I tried to sit down with my girls and watch Earwig and the Witch last night. An okay movie, by the way. It just felt like they got 75% of the way through the movie and then they quit. But that aside, every time they beeped, anytime there was a random battle, anytime they needed training, oh my god, I didn't want to ask them to pause it, so I put it on silent and just try to slowly shake them really fast. And that normally wouldn't be a big deal, but their good shake is 28. So I'm over here, they're trying to enjoy a thing, I have them on silent, I'm just like, oh god, please be quiet, you're ruining the movie for everyone. And it just wasn't, it wasn't ideal. It wasn't an ideal situation. Same thing with me driving the other day. I had to go to the store for provisions, as one does when they go to the grocery store, and they needed training. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to take the L, buddy. You're just going to have to get a big fat carrot steak. So, yeah, fun, and it's intense while it's awake. But I will say one of my favorite things about this device is that they go to sleep at 9:30 and they wake up at 10 every day. It's my favorite thing. For them to actually be like a kid and go to sleep that long is a digital parent's dream, okay? You may not know this if you've never had a child before, but there is this beautiful, magical, wide window after they become a toddler and after they start going to sleep kind of easily, where they need 12 hours of sleep a night. My kid still needs 10, and it's kind of amazing because, being a parent's an amazing, wonderful thing. Being a digital parent is an amazing, wonderful thing. But when you've got a baby and they go to bed at midnight and then they wake up at 7, you see what I'm saying? That's not part of the deal in real life, and I'm glad to see that the Pendulum Cycle kind of, I don't know, I doubt they meant it this way, but it's kind of realistic. Anyway, we're going to use some vaccine data to Jogress our Skull Mammon, and if we go over here to connections, and then go over to the yin yang Jogress symbol, for some reason they want me to shake. I don't know why they asked me to shake. Well, that was 28, I hope. So if it's not good shakes, do they just not Jogress? Or is it like a not fully cooked baked potato and it's just tough and it's not good? Okay, well that right there is the tough baked potato of Jogress, as I should say. Whew! Got it! Oh my god. I know with the movie magic that took 2 seconds, but that was 10 minutes, man. Look at it, they just exploded. Skull Mammon just exploded and we see their atoms flying around and they become Metal Garurumon. That is I'm not used to seeing Metal Garurumon look like that sprite, but that's what the guide said. The guide insisted that that's Metal Garurumon. Are we sure that's not one of the other Garurumon variants, though? They kind of look like the dog from Mega Man. Well, anyway, they need training, so why don't we go ahead and see what their shakes are. They're a vaccine, so I'm hoping it's 18. Okay, that's 18. Can that please be it? Can that please make you run through the Play-Doh? Come on, Play-Doh. Play-Doh. Oh, let me guess. It's 28. Play-Doh! 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 What? Oh, man. Well, that's fine, because, you know how yesterday I was all like, oh, the Pendulum Cycle is uncharted territory. It's like discovering new lands, and I get to be the cartographer. I get to help be a part of this community and part of this discovery. Well, not so much, because apparently the guide that I found by Googling it was an outdated guide, and there is significantly more information out there than I realized, so... Womp womp, I guess, but on the other hand, it is nice to have the data. And it's still not all confirmed data. A lot of the question marks are still there in this other guide that I was sent over by Lost in Translation Mon. They've done quite exhaustive work to uncover a lot of the details of the Pendulum Cycle, and it certainly has helped me get something that's not Skull Marimon, so I'm very grateful to them. The point is, though, if I really want to know what Metal Garurumon, or whatever this metal dog's name is, if I want to find out what the perfect shake is, I could just look it up, I guess, but that would take out some of the fun, and this is, you know, final form Digimon, I think. Can they be evolved again? No, they're a final form Digimon. Also, their perfect shakes are 19. Oh, that's awesome. It's not 28 again. Ugh, that reminds me, the Garurumons aren't vaccine, are they? They're data, aren't they? Let's see, are you data? No, you are vaccine. Man, I can just never figure out these dogs. Let's see them go all the way through the Play-Doh. As much as I really do like getting the Digimon's big shakes and then seeing what their different projectiles are, I prefer that more. They don't really have that in the Pendulum Cycle. That is one thing they are lacking in, is, you know, bespoke sprites for each of the Digimon's attack. If I go over here and do the battle training, right? First of all, that was just a Yeti. Second of all, as you can see, the projectiles for both Digimon are both always just balls. And then they smack into each other. It's very masculine. I don't like doing this training because it takes longer, but also if your Digimon loses, they get sick or they get injured. Oh my gosh. Can we not be just evenly matched? Give to me your sacred syrup, Yeti. I know you're hiding it in the forests of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, get the syrup. Did you get the syrup? Oh, Metal Garurumon. So now I've got Big Boy Garurumon, and you may be wondering, now what? And if you were thinking that, you would be correct in thinking that, because I'm also thinking that. I don't know what to do with them now. I guess I could have them fight stuff, but if I go and fight any older devices, they're just going to be paired up against an illegally powerful Monzemon, and then they're going to lose, so... I guess we could just call it for today and then try to evolve into something different tomorrow. Demi-Devimon can evolve into one of 3 different things, and so far we've only been able to get them to evolve into 8mon. And that's on me, I suppose. I mean, the requirements for things that aren't 8mon are a little more specific and a little more hazardous. Specifically, certain Digimon require overfeeds to evolve, and I still don't know what overfeeds are, because if you try to overfeed a Digimon when they're in their baby form, they'll just say no. However, if you look here, our big fat Garurumon has all their hunger filled, but if I go over here to the meats and the breads, I can give them bread. And they'll just be like, yeah, okay, sure. Give me more bread. Basically, like, again, Pendulum Cycle, super realistic. But does that count as an overfeed? It seems implied that once you do that, though, you need to wait for their hearts to go down at least 1 for another overfeed to count. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because if that doesn't make sense, then that means I don't know what it is, and, well, there's no hope. But we'll figure it out. Why don't we go to the Discord and see what everyone's up to? XH John! Yes! I was even giving it the benefit of the doubt and assuming that when I saw Elise's picture the other day, that it was just like from an angle that made it look like an egg. But no, that's just an egg. If this was a good twin, evil twin kind of situation, I would not know which one to shoot. I just can't tell the difference. Those are just 2 eggs. There's just 2 eggs. Fun to Building claims objective best partner, and I don't disagree with them. I don't know, that's a thing though. Best means something, you know, in my opinion. There are some people out there, and even myself, I find myself given to the impulse to call everyone my best friend, but that's not what best means, right? I would say my best partner would be Tentomon. I think Tentomon is just absolutely amazing. I think they're great. Palmon comes in close, I think, but I will admit, their sprite here does look very cute. Crosshinder says, I thought I was taking excellent care of Kodomon, but as you can see here, you were taking, well, I mean, they're not dead, so, you know. Hold on. Some little clap. You've done well. Yeah, you've raised them. I'm sure they're loyal. They might be a pain in the butt now, but it's going to be one of those things, right? Where after they go through their 20s, blaming you for everything, and then they become 30, then they'll kind of appreciate that you did your best. I think it'll be that kind of thing. I'm also now imagining Devimon wearing hipster glasses and a scarf, and he's sitting all cottagecore in his little house sipping some tea, like he's totally found himself and he knows what he wants to be. I like that. It's nice. You guys, I don't think there's any way around the fact that this is just a follow a guide kind of virtual pet, because otherwise it's just too easy to not get anything different. Like, Demi-Devimon before was truly just sitting there, not evolving for like 8 hours before someone gave me the tip like, hey, overfeed them. So yeah, that's kind of how we're going to proceed for a little while. I'll continue to try catching them evolving on camera, at least for forms that I know we're not going to be able to actually see in a check-in, but no promises, because I don't have infinite hard drive space, and I can't just let it sit there and record all day, unfortunately. I should have unlimited hard drive space. I should. I just haven't bought any more hard drives because they're kind of expensive. But it'll all work out. That's all for now, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, patrons, for supporting this channel, especially Shifter, Dog Trainer, 89, and Kitsy Fluff. And I'll see you all on the next one. Have a good one.